control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here, and welcome to round 3 of this awesome replay pack that I have snagged for myself. And this time, we've got spawning as Ukraine, OmNom, and his opponent is Lorrydriver, spawning as Germany. We've seen both of these go at each other's throats, and this match is not going to prove an exception. I've talked about this in the previous cast. I don't know in which order I'm going to upload them, doesn't matter really. But I've talked about Lorrydriver's playstyle being very aggressive and infantry-centric and, yeah, infantry and tank-centric. He's basically just shoving waves and waves of units down your throat. And one thing he's really good at, like, his micro might not be stellar, but his aggression definitely is. And also his knowledge of where the opponent is going to be. So he's someone who always knows what to expect. So he knows that there is going to be an expansion popping up here at this time of the game, and he just sends an army there, intercepts your MCV. So this is gonna very much clash with the playstyle of OmNom, who sends MCVs everywhere all the time. So this is why I'm really hyped about this match. I think I've casted like one of their matches previously, but they have definitely evolved since then. And yeah, I'm really curious to see how this pans out. I'm expecting nothing other than nothing short of a double ref opener for Lorry, so that's how he rolls. And OmNom slacking a bit on the micro, not taking his Alderic immediately. River crossing, I've said it a couple times before, not really fond of this map. At the time this is being broadcasted, I think the map contest might be over already, so yeah. Kudos to you, you already know whether or not this is gonna take the map contest victory. I hope it doesn't. Not a big fan. It's a really barren and kind of devoid of beauty. Let's put it that way, like those scattered gems just look a bit random. Also those tiles are just not set very nicely. Everything is just a bit jumbled together. Stitched and jumbled together, kind of a Frankenstein map. Like, no offense to the creator, I have made some butt-ugly maps myself, or some borderline unplayable ones, where I went for aesthetics over gameplay. Like, yeah. But for now, OmNom, what are you doing? Your engineer is slacking, just slap him with your mouse pointer, just like this. He's got a wrench, man. He should cap some shit. That's already like 500 that he's lost. That he's never gonna get back. Alright. Finally. Taking the hint here. This is gonna be... I bet you this is a Gren rush. Gren APC. Classic OmNom. Lorry is someone who is never ever gonna have much defensive infantry in his base. He just plays, as I stated in the previous cast, he plays with reckless abandon. And this is not gonna be much different from the other times. Thing is, Grenadiers are... yeah, Grens. Grenadiers are awesome at destroying bases. But... what's this shuffle here? This is the... the OmNom City shuffle. Oh wow, this is a fort actually. You can cross this. Nice. He's just gonna force out a deployment, I guess. There are the Grens. But the thing is, as awesome as Grenadiers are against structures, they don't do anything versus harvesters, and if your opponent already has 5 harvesters and 3 refineries and you're gonna snipe 1 refinery, what is it gonna do? It's not gonna bring his eco down. At the very best, it's gonna be a mild nuisance. So if you go for this type of push, do it earlier. That's my recommendation. That's a very, in my opinion, a really bad unload, because he knew that Lorrydriver is always gonna go in. He's never not gonna go in. So he knew that Lorrydriver was chasing him. He shouldn't have undeployed. Instead, he should have just ran back his APC, because as is, that's just a loss of 850. APCs are not cheap at all. Yeah. And for the cost of a rifleman's life, which is worth $100 in this game, Lorrydriver has killed 1,370. That's quite the discrepancy. And knowing this, he can now go for a snipe on the Alderic, as he likes doing. This is not only about the eco. Sniping Alderics also just denies line of sight, because Alderics have quite some line of sight. So thusly taking away map control. You can maybe compare it to the StarCraft guard towers, or what are they called? Observer towers? Watch towers? I can't remember. Cell Naga watchtowers, that's what they are. So yeah, if you deny your opponent oil, it's not only the income, it's also that you deny him line of sight on a crucial part of the battlefield usually. Classic. Oh, this is gonna be base push versus base push. Interesting, to say the least. Lorrydriver just deploying his MCV in a sneaky fashion, but should have been spotted. And he's going in here. It's Lorry, man. He's never not gonna go in. Is there enough infantry for Lorry? For OmNom? Yes, there is. Yes, this engagement is handily taken by Lorry. Especially considering that many valuable rocket soldiers went down. But the second MCV, oh my god, this is such a big loss. 2,000 down the drain. Combat tab, well, fairly even. Because Lorry wasted his entire infantry here. And as stated previously, it's like he's not the micro player. You've seen him just move into a lot of riflemen. Especially with those expensive rocket soldiers. But he's someone who knows how to and where to place defenses, structures, where his army needs to be. He's just someone with a killer instinct, okay? That's all you need to know about him. Lorrydriver has got the killer instinct, definitely. No two ways about it. I'm not sure about this base. If this were a Tesla coil, okay, we could have talked about this, but as is, there are just 4 medium tanks being shoved into the infantry, and I don't see a good way for OmNom of holding this. There is just too much. Also, you see, there is always going to be an MCV as backup. As he sees that he's slowly being cleaned up, Lorrydriver just deploys with the backup here. Nice play. Now he's gonna camp, and he doesn't even need, like, sometimes he's gonna pull back his army, but it's not even necessary, even if he loses this. He's just gonna redeploy and find a more aggressive position to place his stuff on. By the way, this is really weird. This is just random ore being scattered about with no purpose or benefit. No one is gonna deploy a refinery here, because this is at best gonna be cost neutral. So I don't know what this is all about. Oh, I hear a Tesla coil. Where though? Oh, OmNom has gone for the classic switcheroo. Nice, that's actually good. But see, that's where Lorry is really observant. He just pulls back his harvesters, so he hasn't lost a single one so far. Sure, he has to relocate those, and this one is apparently hellbent on dying anyway. The formations though, look at the formations for OmNom. OmNom's formation is not really something you would call a formation, it's just a big clump. And this big clump can get cleaned up so easily. Now there are so many rocket soldiers. Ah, nice though, he's deployed a Tesla coil and trying to push back the base on the top side. Not really base, just an outpost. It's like, oh, the MCV is still there. He's going in aggressively. There's the power down from the Tesla coil. He should sell. That's 700. If he's... Oh, that's so bad. Okay, he's gonna lose 700 and he's gonna lose 2,000 from the Conyard. Maybe gonna sell it? Yeah. Good stuff. At least he got a partial refund, but he should have sold the Tesla coil. Oh no, it's not 700, it's 600, sorry. But 600 is quite a significant amount of cash. And this outpost has been zapped away by a Tesla coil. That's something Lorry loves doing. He's always just moving his MCV somewhere randomly, deploying a couple base defenses, deploying a single barracks or maybe 2 barracks, and then moving on. And this one rifleman has been very crucial in spotting the expansion. OmNom, please don't do it. Don't deploy a refinery here. I would be a bit weirded out by that. That would make me feel awkward and uncomfortable. Alright. The MCV just passing by a power plant. Random ass power plant. Huh, yeah, you see, those refineries are remarkably unprotected. But there is a big army. Let's check the army value. OmNom is ahead. Despite him losing a couple of those engagements, he still is ahead because you trade cost efficiently with base defenses. Oh no! Pull back the MCV right now. Stat. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Like prickly pears, but it worked. So the majority of the assets is concentrated here for Lorry. This is just gonna prompt an A move. That's all there's to it. Rip. Rip Tesla Coil. Rip Conyard. Rip Infantry. Oh, I didn't sell. Not like this. Tank gets the killing blow. So this is gonna prompt a counterattack from from OmNom. Is there... Okay, no, the service depot is still there. No, I'm really weirded out by this then. Okay, artillery transition is not going to be the best call. Because there are flak trucks. Flak trucks are always good to mix in as Soviets when you realize that your opponent has tagged to a radar. Especially an ally's opponent. Because flak trucks are really good versus Heinz. Oh, the artillery though. And flak trucks are also really good versus artillery. As we can observe here. He can find the flank. Oh no. Gets dusted. But flak trucks are invaluable versus radar tags. It's something that people don't realize. So flak trucks are not advisable to build early on. Early on you just wanna go for tanks. That's the wrong priority. Plonk, 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 plonk. He's trying to get the middle. I love the sound of the flags. The firing sound they make, it's so puny. It's just like, I don't know, what does it sound like? Water balloons? Or maybe those like Papa crackers? I don't know. Okay, this is going to be an all-out mobile flag composition. They're good to mix in. That doesn't mean that they're good to spam. But a pretty good army density for for OmNom, sorry. And Lorry is just kind of split two ways here. A small dispatch of units. This is what I was talking about. Look at this. This is an A move. He's not doing anything. He's not microing at all here. But he knows it works because there's only one flame tower. So OmNom hopefully has got another flamer. Yeah. And now they can just die. They can just die in peace. It's not what he wants. Instead he's applying pressure here. It's the way I would summarize Lorrydriver's playstyle is positioning over micro. But it works so well for him. He has beaten people, including me, countless times in his practice matches, and he has lots of those. He has a lot of practice matches under his belt right now. He's playing like on a daily basis. If you want to, you just find him on one of the servers where all the spectators are and get wrecked by him if you want to see for yourself. And look at, now he's just letting his army here die. He doesn't need that army. And instead he's prompting another attack. And this is, again, this is just going to be an attack move. Like 20, oh god. Like 20 rocket soldiers. With no protection. The rocket soldiers being in the front lines. Something you never ever want to see. GPS satellite up. He knows he's in the position to afford it. Man, this is so brutal. Now he's just going to camp with Heinz. Okay, so OmNom, what he could do here. Oh, not this! The mobile flags need to get out of here and get flanks. The mobile flags need to run up here and attack from the north because the concentrated fire is going to hit here. This is going to be where the artilleries are shelling. Instead, what OmNom should have done is taken his flak trucks, positioned them to the north, repositioned them, and then flanked the Heinz, blind this army. If he kills one of the Heinz, he's already almost half blinded the army. And then he can start taking out the artilleries because artilleries have bad line of sight. Once the Heinz are down, this is so risky. I would not like to go into, oh god, in with rocket soldiers. He needs more flak trucks. That's all he needs. Maybe, yeah, V2s can work as well, but V2s get countered by Heinz, right? So not the best call. He can still like go for some hit and run. Maybe shoot a missile. Complete whiff, unfortunate. Just grazing the farm here. Now he's seen it though. The harvester has revealed the position of the artilleries. If he force fires now, yes. Boom, 2 for 1. Thank you, sir. Nice, that's what he needs to do. But you can't really keep this up with V2s because they're more expensive than artilleries. Instead, you build flak trucks. In this position, I would just go for mass flak trucks. Like 4 or 5 of them can easily kill all the damage dealers. They can kill the Heinz. They can then kill the artillery by sheer target firing. And after that, you're in good position. Oh, the Lorrydriver going down. At least a small boost. Nice snipe on the hind. You need to keep the hind count low, because hinds are basically the eyes in the sky. Oh, cool, I've never seen this damaged animation by the windmill. Like, oh, that's so cool, the sails are just dangling. Looks really cool. Artilleries have repositioned, and there's an MCV running into 4 artilleries. Unprotected though. There is a huge dispatch of infantry. Lorry knows that OmNom is going to deploy something here. That something's up. Something's fishy. Something's awry. Nope, not like this. Everything going down. Everything is melting! No, not like this! That was a gambit by OmNom. He always does that. He will deploy any aggressive MCVs in your face. He's gonna shove them in your face. What about the assets now? Yeah, still even. Just about even, and the combat tab. Lorry is a bit ahead, but OmNom, surprisingly enough, has earned more. Maybe it's the gem mines just give you so much. I would go for more mobile flags, maybe a tech center and a... Oh, there's a yak though, at least. Oh, Allahu Yakbar! No, not gonna happen. Man, if he got the Allahu Yakbar onto this infantry clump, this would have been worth it two or threefold. Oh, okay. Flamethrower gets an artillery. Scoutillery. There is a spy plane. Hey, this is good. Look at this. So now the V2 rocket can get some really, really nice hits. Oh! So V2s have got way more AoE and they're just so fun to use. Just pulling back your V2 after the missile is launched and knowing that it's gonna just devastate some shit. Just gonna melt shit. This is one of the most fun things in OpenRA. Just, it's like cool guys don't look at explosions. I don't have my sunglasses with me right now, unfortunately. It's like cool guys don't look at explosions. You just hear the humming of the missile, and you turn around and you're like, my job here is done. Speaking of jobs being done, this could be the job done for Lorrydriver. An attack move with a huge army blob was enough. Oh, the almost going down, longbow almost going down, but still holding on here. The Radar. Okay, the yak needs to get a better angle. The Conyard not undeployed. Wow, good hit though. V2s, and that's a Vet 2 V2. Oh my god, the artillery. With the line of sight advantage from the longbows. Yeah, that's what you're getting. Ah, he needs to... If there's one thing that he really needs to improve upon is... No, not like this! Oh my god, it's not even going down. No! Next yak going down. Maybe an overinvestment in yaks though. And the other dispatch of units raiding the eco. Not looking good for OmNom. Where can he go from here? He can reclaim this ore patch. And he can reclaim this one. There's Tanya! Oh no. Please deploy it, base defense, or undeploy it. Oh. Clench. Alright, there's a Conyard down. That was a completely unprotected Conyard. Bit lucky. Lucky that there was nothing deployed here. There's still a nasty army in the perimeter here. Oh, Tanya getting the entire infantry. And there's not even a GPS satellite up. That's just, honestly, in the case of the MCV, it was sheer luck, because there could easily have been a flame tower deployed. There could easily have been a move out. Man, the army is still here. At least Tanya is gonna get sniped. No! Oh my god, she survives! You gotta be fucking kidding me. She survives on 1 pixel of health. And there is still an army camping the ore patch. Oh my god. He needs to... Okay, what you need to do with this is go into minimum range. Yeah, that's how you use the flak truck. You go into minimum range, because the artillery can't fire past the minimum range. Chi-Chi being called by OmNom. Yeah, he's lost too much in the late game. So... Yeah, Lorry pulling ahead in the combat. So honestly, a couple crucial mistakes being made by OmNom that I would like to point out for any aspiring Soviet player. as someone who is playing both factions and who is convinced that Soviets are actually just as good as Allies, if not better, but with a big asterisk. All the units for the Soviets have like higher potential than those for the Allies, but they're harder to use. Yaks, they chitter a lot. MiGs, and Yaks are so hard to use versus anti-air. They just chitter a lot, and you have to constantly babysit them. Versus Heinz, just being the A-move monsters. Longbows are pretty good in a good spot. Versus the MiGs, who are super good, but super fragile. So if there is a single AA gun, they just fall out of the skies. Artillery versus V2. I'd actually give me a V2 any time of the day over an artillery. V2s are more mobile, are tankier, do more burst damage, have the same if not better AoE, and they have no scatter. They just hit 100% reliably, just it depends on how good you are. So despite what OmNom is saying here, I actually am fairly convinced that this game is absolutely balanced. It's just that the Soviets have a higher skill ceiling and also a higher skill floor. So, like, look at, for example, the Tanya that sniped the Conner. That was 100% just a honest mistake by OmNom. He didn't deploy base defense, he didn't deploy anything, and he didn't pull back either. So it was just a slip of attention that cost him a Conyard. Also, his play where he just goes for nothing but MCVs is dubious at times, questionable. Then the engagement here, where Lorry was camping with a huge army. What he should have done is just built a couple flak trucks and snipe the Heinz out of the skies. Then this army composition is blind. Then you go into the like the dead zone or into minimum range of the artilleries and snipe them without repercussions. And trading 2 flak trucks for 2 artilleries is already really worth it. Don't do it with a single flak truck, because a single flak truck just doesn't have the DPS to quickly burst an artillery, but 2 of those 2 flak trucks are actually like, they take down a flak truck in under a second. So flak trucks can generally outlive 1 or 2 seconds, even under rifle fire. So yeah, that was an interesting game. Interesting to watch and to cast. Very clashing styles. I just read impossible here, so I just mixed that into my sentence for some reason. Very clashing styles here. Like an army style of Lorrydriver versus the base pushing style of OmNom. This time Lorrydriver got the better, but I've seen OmNom take games off of Lorry as well. And yeah, this can really go either way. Lorrydriver being one of the top contenders for the Red Alert Global League 2017 Season 3. Gonna be a tough opponent for me and the others. I'll keep you up to date. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. 5 Aces, out.
Battle control terminated.